You're listening to an audio blog from Ava Mind, a mental health app created to support your well-being every step of the way. Today's reflection is the importance of emotional regulation, skills for managing intense feelings. Before we dive into today's reflection, a quick note. If you find these episodes helpful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your support truly means a lot. And if you'd like to hear Saul and Elia explore this topic in more depth, keep an eye out for the podcast version on our YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. It's part of our series called This Is Not a Real Podcast. Cheeky title, Serious Conversations. Okay, let's begin. Have you ever been overwhelmed by a wave of emotion? Maybe a single comment hit you the wrong way, or your chest tightened out of nowhere, and before you knew it, you snapped, or shut down, or spiraled. We've all been there. Emotional regulation is what helps you stay grounded in those moments. It doesn't erase emotions. It helps you hold them. This is the skill that allows you to respond instead of react. So in today's reflection, we'll explore what emotional regulation really is, why it's so important for your mental health, your relationships, and your ability to function. And most importantly, how to build those skills one moment at a time. Let's start with what emotional regulation actually means. It's not about being calm all the time. It's not about suppressing your feelings. And it's definitely not about pretending everything's fine. It's about recognizing what you feel, understanding where it's coming from, and giving yourself space to move through it with intention. That might mean taking a breath. It might mean hitting pause on a heated conversation, or it might mean reaching for a tool that helps bring you back into your body. There are a few key components to emotional regulation. First, awareness, knowing what you're feeling as it's happening. Then naming it, like saying, I feel anxious, or I feel hurt. Next, modulating that feeling, using breathing, grounding, or journaling to help regulate. And finally, expression, finding healthy ways to communicate or release that emotion. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument. You're not trying to silence the sound, just get it in tune. Now, let's talk about why this matters. When emotions go unregulated, they can start managing you. You might overreact in relationships, avoid conflict completely, make impulsive decisions, spiral into guilt or shame, or just feel disconnected from your own body. And over time, this takes a toll on your mental health, your sense of safety, and your connection to others. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. When you're stressed or triggered, your brain shifts control to the amygdala, the part responsible for survival instincts. That's when fight, flight, freeze, or appease kicks in. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, takes a back seat. That's why it's so hard to think clearly or problem solve when you're overwhelmed. But here's the good news. Emotional regulation is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and strengthened over time. A useful concept here is something called your window of tolerance. When you're within your window, you can feel emotions and stay present. But when you go outside that window, you either ramp up into anxiety and reactivity, or you shut down, go numb, or check out. The goal isn't to avoid strong emotions. It's to widen your window so you can stay with yourself, even in discomfort. And that takes practice. Let's explore a few examples where regulation matters. Imagine you're in conflict with someone you care about. Without regulation, you might snap or say something hurtful. With regulation, you might pause and say, "I'm really overwhelmed right now. Can we revisit this in a bit?" That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Or maybe you get negative feedback at work. Instead of spiraling or shutting down, you take a breath. You step away. You ask yourself, what's useful here? What's just my inner critic? That's emotional regulation in action. So what tools can you use? Here are a few that work in the moment. Breathwork, try box breathing. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. Grounding, name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, and so on. Cold exposure, splash water on your face or hold something cool. Movement, shake, stretch, walk. Let the emotion move through your body. And for deeper support, try journaling. Talk things through with Ava. Use reframing to shift your perspective. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And if you're neurodivergent, know that regulation might look different for you. You might experience emotional spikes that come fast and hard, or you might feel disconnected and struggle to name what's happening. That's not failure. That's just a different kind of wiring. What helps? Predictability, sensory tools, repetition, permission to regulate your way. Ava is designed to meet you where you are, with no judgment and flexible tools that adapt to you. So where do you begin? You start by noticing, by naming what you feel, by trying one tool, even if it feels small, by building a habit of checking in with yourself. You start by remembering. Regulation isn't about fixing yourself. It's about coming home to yourself. And you don't have to do that alone. If this reflection resonated with you, you can explore more on the Ava Mind app. Download it today for guided support, daily emotional tools, and 24/7 real-time chat with Ava, your therapeutic assistant in your pocket. And if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need it. You're doing the work. Keep going. We're right here with you.